A group of parents in Florida are suing the state's Department of Education and State Education Board for violating their First Amendment rights. They argue that Florida's book banning law is one-sided, only favoring parents who seek to ban books. This unfairly favors certain viewpoints and cuts out parents who disagree with that viewpoint, said Stefania Farrell, co-founder of Florida Freedom to Read Project. It's just another way we are tipping the scales in favor of censorship. Farrell tested the process in Orange County when she asked for a state magistrate to review her district's removal of the book Shut Up. She was told the law provided only for those who disagree with the use of certain titles, not for those who disagree with no longer using the titles. In many cases, right. In many cases, multiple books are banned in a school district because one person is filing multiple complaints, often without reading the books they're seeking to ban. In Clay County, Florida, one conservative activist got 102 books banned, according to reporting by Popular Information. In one Utah district, 199 of 205 challenges were tracked to one married couple. A review of those titles took 10,000 hours of staff time at a cost that exceeded $100,000. None of the educators will receive compensation for the extra work. Overall, during the 2021-2022 school year, 60% of ban requests nationwide came from just 11 people.
My God.
The reasons for these ban attempts vary, and the right will insist it's always about pornographic material or sexual content in these books. But we brought some examples to show you how restrictive these bans and requests for bans are. Here are just some of the books that have been banned or challenged in recent years. The Hill We Climb by Amanda Gorman, which is a collection of poems by the poet laureate of Biden's inauguration. Beloved by Toni Morrison, The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood, Anne Frank's Diary, the graphic adaptation by Ari Folman, Mouse by Art Spiegelman, The Adventures of Captain Underpants by Dav Pilkey, and
all of them?
Yeah, the whole series, and To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. Now, both of you are entertainers. Both of you work in the arts. I am of the mind that a book ban is a form of censorship on all forms of art. I mean, do you think that the parents have a case here? Do you think they'll be successful? Maz, what do you think?
Pausing here to deliver some honest truth as we do in our news coverage as well. TYT is facing challenges, guys, as the entire industry is. You know who could make the difference? You. If you hit the join button below, it's gonna make all the difference and keep us in business. We appreciate you, thank you.
Well, I hope that they'll be successful. First of all, you named the name of the organization and it had the word freedom in it. Usually when the word freedom's in it, it means they're anti-freedom. You know, they always put like the people for democracies and freedom. You're like, oh, these guys are Nazis. That's usually how it works. But in this case, it seems like these people are actually fighting for freedom. Their biggest uphill battle is that they're in Florida. And who knows what those courts are going to decide. But you alluded to this fact that it's a handful of people that are submitting these bans. It reminds me of being on social media. You post something and you could swear it's not offensive, and it's not offensive to 99,000 people, and then that one person that finds it offensive for whatever reason reports you, and then you get whatever, a shadow ban or whatever it is that happens. And so we're living in the real world in that way. And what we're allowing to happen is we're allowing some right-wing religious nut jobs to dictate what our kids learn or don't learn. And they freak out about the tiniest things. Some of those titles that you just named, it's laughable that they think that there's something in there. These are the same people who think that schools are teaching kids to be gay, or that teaching about slavery will make white kids feel bad. Right. I mean, it's like, they're just nuts. They're nuts, and it's a shame that they have any power to do what they're doing. But of course, they're enabled by the right wing that wants all of this stuff, because the right wing fears that somehow their kid, first of all, by the way, there's the internet. So you could lock down every book you want, but your perverted child will find whatever they're looking for on the internet. So good luck to you, religious right folks, trying to lock this down and see how it works. See how it goes for your kids once they disappoint you by finding their true selves and being whoever they are.
Yeah, I gotta take issue with the Captain Underpants. Barely Funky on Twitch says, you see, underpants are sexual, and that's truly like, you gotta be so dumb. You gotta be so dumb to want to ban Captain Underpants, like who I literally have no idea what it's about, but I'm assuming I've seen the photos. He wears underpants on the outside and it makes him a superhero. I think it's all about like finding your voice and being confident, and it's like this whole thing. Like, but only, and let me be honest, only a pedophile, only a weirdo who's obsessed with kids would look at that book and be like, yep, that's definitely sexual. I'm gonna read all of it. Like that's all that is. But I mean, look, here's the deal with Florida. Moms for Liberty imploded because it turns out they were all like sleeping with each other. A lot of sex scandals in Moms for Liberty. Who knew? Because they apparently accuse everyone else, especially gay teachers, of grooming. But turns out they getting a little frisky themselves in the back room there. So they're kind of imploding. I was waiting on a lawsuit like this to happen. These are parents who want their kids to learn. This is Toni Morrison. These are Nobel laureates. These are fundamental books. And lo and behold, of course, they all have to do with racial justice or experiences of racism, lived experiences, which is CRT in their minds. But for a lot of us, like for me, like reading Toni Morrison was such an incredible insight into the experience of Black people in this country. It was important for me to read that as someone who isn't. Like it educated me in so many different ways that just a straight history book, although they're trying to ban those too, educated me. So I think that's the other thing is like, obviously final point is freedom of speech, man. This is the right who's like afraid of, they call everything cancel culture. It's a cancel culture, it's cancel culture. Meanwhile, we're gonna ban all of these books. You can't say certain words and no more underpants. So, and there's nothing like less sexual than no underpants, guys.
Yeah.
When you take away the underpants, all the sexual things end.
It's the part that really frustrates me, beyond just that they're banning books or trying to ban books, is that they aren't even reading these books. They have no understanding of what's inside them. Take, for instance, Mouse, graphic novel depicting the horrors of the Holocaust. And one of the parents in one of these school districts that tried to get that book banned said it was because of sexual content and nudity in it. Because it depicted, again, these are like literally mice as Jews and as Nazis. They're telling this through cartoon mice, and a couple of the mice who were in concentration camps were unclothed, and that's why they wanted it banned. Like, how do you see that?
Wait, yes. I didn't know that. I knew the Anne Frank thing, but it's because wait. It's because a cartoon mouse was naked a little bit in one of the frames.
Yeah, and it's just like how that's your takeaway from my graphic novel about the horrors of the Holocaust, and it's just kind of this lowest common denominator stuff. They know they couldn't get, obviously they couldn't, I don't want to put that into existence. Maybe they could get a book banned about the Holocaust because they're denialists, but it's stuff like that that really irritates me. And you mentioned CRT. All of this is part of a broader astroturfed movement to gut public schools. Like you mentioned the attacks on teachers, it's the attacks on books, it's what they teach, it's the curriculum, they're trying to rewrite that, especially in Florida. All of these things are connected, and it's ultimately a distraction. You're focused on that while they're trying to gut public schools in this country and get through voucher systems and through investments in private and religious schools, just totally trying to privatize education, K through 12 education in this country. And it's frustrating, you have to fight back, but also at the same time, you have to stay focused on that because you don't want to let them get away with it.
Can I just point out really quickly that this follows the same pattern that a lot of our Supreme Court cases have followed, which is a small minority, an astroturf movement, as Jordan says, is able to funnel up a case. A non-existent website designer in Colorado who never designed a website for a same-sex couple before, suddenly is now creating a court case that they were obligated to create a same-sex website. Well, that never actually happened. This person never solicited them, and that case gets all all gets up to the Supreme Court, and now discrimination is legalized again based on sexuality. Same thing here. 11 people responsible for 60% of the book bans is wild. It is absolutely an AstroTurf movement, and it is the minority of the minority of the minority that are doing it.
Yeah,
it's this puritanical thinking when they say things like, oh, they're trying to encourage our kids to be transgender. They're trying to convert us to be trans. I go, who's trying to convert you to be what? The only people that ever try to convert me is anytime I go to a hotel, there's a Bible in the nightstand trying to make me Christian. But if you look at it, these fundamentalist Christians, their whole thing, the evangelical Christians, their whole goal, stated goal, is to convert people. And yet they're turning around and saying that there's this group of people that are trying to convert them into some sexuality or whatever it is that they don't want to be a part of. Just mind your own business. And the puritanical thinking in our country is so backwards. I was in Holland once on tour, and I was at a hotel, regular hotel, and I went to use their spa, and they gave me the bathrobe, and I'm walking around, and there's another guy walking towards me. He's got no bathrobe on, he's naked. That's fine. I've been to spas where guys are walking around naked. I keep walking, a girl walks past me, she's naked. I'd never been to a spa, there was men and women naked. And I asked this one guy, I go, what's going on? Why are you guys so comfortable with like nudity? And they go, we don't make that a big of, it's not sexual, it's just they're naked. And he goes to me, he goes, we don't understand how you guys are so obsessed with nudity and so scared of nudity to the point where when Janet Jackson's nipple came out during the Super Bowl, you guys lost your minds and she had to flee the country. Meanwhile, all of your film, it's true, all your film and TV programs are, people are shooting each other all over the place, and you don't care about killing each other, but you're worried about a little nipple. So with that said,
had a pasty over it and everything.
Whatever it is, it's this puritanical thinking that is destructive, and it's a small percentage of people, as you said. I mean, well, in America, there's a big group that's doing it. But if you looked at it, if you actually took a vote, you would see that most people want to move forward and want their kids to be educated on things of related to race, related to sexuality, all of it. And yet these people are holding us hostage. And good for these. There's this group in Florida trying to fight back.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.